Hey there my babies, how you doing? As promised in last week's video, we'll be doing another Fandom Aspects video. To start with, we'll be talking about Sherlock and bees. I get that question a lot, wondering what Sherlock and bees, where it comes from, why is Sherlock always so obsessed with bees and fan fiction and fan art and all sorts of things like that. And I'm here to tell you that it's not a crack thing. It's not something that we came up with. It was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle who, in fact, came up with the bees thing. So how in the world does bees come into it? Where does that come from? Doyle, what the fuck are you doing? It comes from the last book, in which Sherlock retires and he moves to the countryside to take care of bees. So essentially he gives up being a detective once he gets too old for it and becomes a beekeeper. So there you go. It does in fact have an origin that makes sense, and it's not just us being crazy as usual, which is surprising. Next we will talk about Martin Freeman being a hedgehog. I'm not entirely certain of where the original post about this came from, but I do know that it came from a fan taking a picture of Martin Freeman and putting it next to a picture of this hedgehog, making like a very similar face, and so people began to add to it by finding more pictures of hedgehogs that looked like Martin Freeman and vice versa, and it just sort of stuck. Because Martin Freeman looks like a hedgehog, I guess. There you go, that was a pretty short explanation, but that's all you really need to know. And here is a picture of Martin Freeman next to a hedgehog that looks a lot like him. Now we're going to talk about Benedict Cumberbatch being an otter. This one was fairly recent, it was a few months back I think, and it started in the same way that Martin Freeman being a hedgehog started, but it took off a lot faster and it got very, very popular very, very quickly. It was in the news, it was on magazine covers, it was a trend on Twitter, it was all over the place very quickly, and it was absolutely crazy. Benedict actually talks about it in an interview I want to say a few days or maybe a few weeks after it happened, and he said that he thinks it's hilarious, it's very clever, and that of course made everybody go, oh my god, he saw it, and oh my god, he thinks it's funny, and that's exactly how people reacted, I'm sure. So here are a few pictures of Benedict looking like an otter, or vice versa, whichever one you prefer. That's all we have time for today, kids. I just went and tallied up the votes from the YouTube video from last week, in which I asked you to vote for option 1, which was continuity in the series, and option 2, which was John and Sherlock's relationship. And our winner, by one vote, is John and Sherlock's relationship. Woo! And the fans go wild, oh my god. So next week we will be talking about John and Sherlock's relationship. I'll see you then. Oh, wait, before you leave. I need more crack topics to talk about, or frequently asked questions. If any of you have something you want to know about, or something you want to know the origin of, leave it in a comment. And I will cover it in 2 weeks. And I'll save them all, and I'll do all of them at one point or another, and we will do it. But only if you leave a comment about it. Please do it. Please leave a comment, just please. I actually started tearing up. Talent right here. I should become an actress. I will see you next week.